The next time you're at the dollar store, pick up some glass salad plates. And if you search some drawers in your home, I'll bet you can find some paper napkins in a pretty pattern. Start by placing a glass plate upside down on a bowl. This will make your work easier. Using a wide tip gold paint pen, start to outline the rim of the back of the plate. I started with a thin outline and then decided to make the gold painted border a little thicker, so I went back and outlined the perimeter on the back of the plate again. Take one of the paper napkins and separate the layers. You will be using just the thin printed napkin layer. Pour some decoupage glue, like Mod Podge, into a small bowl and brush the glue over the entire back of the glass plate. Make sure you brush the glue onto the plate edges as well. Take the printed paper napkin and place it onto the back of the plate with the design side down. Carefully smooth the napkin onto the bottom and sides of the plate with your fingers. As you smooth the napkin onto the sides, you can make some intentional folds in the napkin so it molds itself to the curved side of the plate. Let the plate sit for about 5 minutes to dry, and then cut away the excess napkin with some scissors. Once the plate has been trimmed, brush additional glue onto the edges of the plate. Then brush a second layer of glue over the entire back of the plate. Repeat this same process with the rest of your glass plates. Let the plate sit for a couple of hours so the glue can dry completely. Now let's see the plates in action. Start to set your table with a tablecloth in a coordinating color as the first layer. Define each place setting with a woven charger plate for texture. Continue to set your table with plates, flatware, and a centerpiece. Candles are always a nice addition, as are various green plants. Real or faux, it doesn't matter. Don't forget to add goblets so your guests don't go thirsty. Your new decorative plates will be a beautiful addition for your table on any special occasion or for every day. I hope this inspired you to decoupage some inexpensive glass plates with paper napkins to give any place setting an elevated and welcoming look.
I made a quick trip to my dollar store. I blow up one of the balloons and then I choose a couple of napkins from my collection. Separate the top layer, the printed part, from the other 2 layers, and then using a soft paintbrush and some water, I paint around the parts that I want to rip out, and doing this makes it much easier to separate that part from the napkin. I also rip some white tissue paper into small pieces. I take some school glue and a little bit of water, and using a soft paintbrush, I start to paint it onto the balloon. Then I stick the white tissue paper all over it. Try to make sure that you cover every little bit of the balloon. And then I don't leave that to dry, that just then goes straight onto the printed parts of my tissue, and I pick up the flowers and the bees and place them randomly all over. Leave it to dry thoroughly. When the balloon is completely dry, I cut off the end with a pair of scissors and all the air will expel from the tissue paper and it collapses. Once you take the balloon out, I take a hairdryer and on the cold setting, force some air back into the tissue paper and it will fully expand. Now take a puck light and measure the diameter of it. Mine is 3 inches. So I'm transferring that measurement to the opening part of my lampshade. Then I cut it out carefully. I found a lid from an old canister that was exactly what I was looking for. Place the puck light inside the lid and then pop the lampshade on the top. And here it is at night. Look at the glow from that. Absolutely wonderful. The idea of using very thin layers makes much more light come through this. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and you're inspired to have a go. It's so easy.